Hello my friends, welcome to another video. Today I'm talking about recent favorites. It's been a while since I've done a dedicated favorites video, and mostly that's because I am a creature of habit. Once I find something I like, I generally stick with it and I don't stray away, but I have been trying some new things and I wanted to tell you about them. So let's just dive right in. First up, I'm gonna do the home category, and the first thing is going to be some water diffusers. This is a cute little mini one. We have a larger one downstairs, but I keep this one in the office, and I just have like a thing where I am really nervous of being nose blind. Like, you know, when you become accustomed to your own home smell, I'm just always nervous that other people will walk in and it will smell like too much like dog or something. So I always have these or a candle, but I've really been liking these because I've been finding some essential oils that I really like. But I got a new one, so this is gonna be my second home favorite. And it is onsen from Earl of East, and I've actually been wanting to pick up the candle of this for quite a while because I smelled it somewhere and I really loved it, but then I don't know, I just didn't buy it. But it's really nice. It's eucalyptus, neroli, peppermint, and mandarin. Definitely more eucalyptus and peppermint than anything, but when I was growing up, we had a sauna in all of our houses, and we would always put eucalyptus oil in the water for the sauna, and so this just kind of like takes me back, and I just really like that more zen scent. So this has been lovely. We've been using this one downstairs. I've been using a different one up here, but I think I will put this one in up here shortly. Moving on to some health bits. One of these is not necessarily a new product, but a new flavor. So we've got, as you know, I love the My Protein Clear Whey, and I recently saw this Vimto flavor, which I know Vimto is, I'm pretty sure it's a UK thing, so I'm not exactly sure if you can get this in the States, but it's a raspberry orange passion fruit flavor, and it's really tasty. I will usually do half a scoop to just kind of like upgrade my water, I guess, and then you just happen to get added protein and no sugar. So yeah, this is a new flavor. I've really been liking it, especially if you shake it and then add a lot of ice to it. So tasty. Then secondly, I've got some protein bars. These are the Quest, specifically the Overload ones. There's a few different ones. So this that I have with me is the Sunday Funday Overload, but I've also had the, I think it's like the cookie Overload, and they taste like candy, truly. My gym just started stocking a bunch of different protein bars from kind of all over the world, which is nice because Quest you can't really buy here. You can get them on the random websites like iHerb and stuff that sell imported products, but they're obviously come at a higher price than you can get them in the States. But I know that you can get them in the US, but these are really great. 20 grams of protein. The ratio of calories to protein isn't exactly where I want them. Like if there's 20 grams of protein, I usually hope to be under 200 calories, but these are 210. However, I don't really eat these that much. I just use them to supplement if I need. And I don't like a protein bar that tastes like protein, like it's hard to choke down. These are actually, like I said, candy. So the Sunday one and the blue one is the cookie Overload, and that one is also tasty. I would say they're on equal playing field for me. All right, my favorite category, as always, is the beauty category. So let's jump into that. First up is something completely new to me, something I had never done before, and that is the men's beard dye, this Just for Men. I do get my brows tinted and waxed once a month. However, because I wash my face twice a day, the tint does go away a lot sooner than I really feel like I need to go in. So I trialed doing this on my own, and I thought it turned out really good. I think it's, for the most part, pretty foolproof. just as long as, depending on your hair color, you're not leaving it on so long. But if you use a little brush, like a little tiny, like almost like an eyeliner brush or a lip brush, to paint this on and really get in there and make them quite defined, and use a Q-tip to make sure that the shaping is right, it's pretty foolproof, I will say. And it's quick, like I only leave this on for like 3 minutes, and I actually like when it stains a little bit of the skin underneath, because I feel like it gives your brow like a nice shape. And yeah, been loving it and would recommend. Okay, next thing is the e.l.f. Sunscreen spray. So I just got this because I wanted something to throw in a bag to redo my sunscreen during the day, because you should be reapplying, but obviously if you have makeup on, it's not so ideal to, you know, rub it over your makeup. So having this spray is nice. I do wish it was like an SPF 50, but anything is better than nothing. So I've been liking this. It is like, if it can sting the eyes, so definitely be careful if you get this as well, but it's just nicely sized, and you can just chuck it in a bag on the go. So I will be traveling shortly, so I will have this with me. So the next thing is, I talked about this a long time ago, not that long, I guess, within the past year. When we were living in the Netherlands, I had gotten the Biossance moisturizer. I had found it at TK Maxx, and I tried it, but I tried it in the winter, and it wasn't for me because I have more combination skin. So because I'm drier in the winter, I needed a little bit more of a thick cream. So I put it to the side to save it for the summer, and I have been using this religiously as my nighttime moisturizer, and I really liked it. It's very lightweight, but you can feel it sinking into your skin. I felt like it was, you know, it didn't give me any negative effects. It wasn't super heavily fragranced, and it was great. However, I finished it, and I was going to buy a new one, but it is quite expensive. So I wanted to find something similar that was a little bit cheaper, to see if there were any dupes similar. And I picked up recently the e.l.f. gel moisturizer, because this also has squalene in it, which is what this one is. This one just doesn't have probiotic in it, or at least not advertised like this one. And so I've been using this one for the past few weeks, and I do like it. My only comment to anyone that might be curious about it and whether or not it's a dupe is that this is more like a water cream than this gel moisturizer. It's definitely less thick. I literally, when you're rubbing it in, it feels like, as soon as it rubs in, it feels like water. So it's very wet, and it doesn't leave your skin feeling as moisturized as this. So because of that, I think that this would be best for oily skin. I do think it's doing fine for me in the summer, because like I said, I'm combo skin, so when it is quite hot, I am quite oily, so it is nice in that respect. It is a little more fragranced than the Biossance one. It's got prickly pear in it. Just so you know, it is a fragranced product. So have been loving it, but definitely more of just like a hot weather summer moisturizer for me. But again, if you have oily skin, I do think that this would be really good for you. The last thing in the skincare, we have the L'Oreal Midnight Cream. And this is an eye cream, and I go back and forth with whether or not I feel like I need an eye cream. I go through phases of using them and then being like, oh, this is just another product that I'm paying for, and they can be quite expensive. And I earlier, like beginning of summer, was just kind of like, I felt like my eyes were getting like little bit lines underneath, and I didn't know if that was because they were dry or what, but I randomly picked up this because it was on sale at Boots. And actually I think that my mother-in-law Deb used, I don't know if it was this exactly, but something in this midnight line and she really liked it. So that's also kind of why I picked it up. And I really like it. It's a good thick eye cream. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. And it also seems to be fragrance free. Or if there is fragrance, it's very minimal. So that's a plus. But I've been loving it. I do feel like I have less of those fine lines, especially when I wake up in the morning from using this at night. So do with that what you will. I didn't have any like other eye issues like dark eye circles or anything, but I think this is specifically targeted towards lines or aging or whatnot. So love, love, love. Okay, finally, I haven't done an entertainment recommendation favorite in quite a while, but I've been pleasantly surprised by this recent one. As you know, I'm a reality TV girl. I love it. I love that you can turn off your brain and just see how ridiculous life can be for other people sometimes. And this one is it. It's like, buckle your seatbelt, amazing. The McBee Dynasty. And if you like Yellowstone, and you like reality TV, you will probably like this. It's about this family that runs a farm in Missouri, and it started with the dad, and he has 4 boys, and they're all kind of trying to figure out who's gonna run it, and like showing that they have the wherewithal to do it, you know, proving themselves to the dad, but then at the same time they're dating these girls, but getting attention from other girls. There's a lot of internal family drama going on with the farm, like not making enough money. The dad is dating the CFO, sort of, but he's like non-committal. It's a wild, wild ride. Like, I was very surprised when I first started watching it. I was like, this could either be really good or like really, really cringy. And it is top tier, honestly. So they came out with the first season, I think like early June on Peacock, and then Bravo picked it up. And so the second season is coming out weekly now on Tuesday. So I would definitely recommend that. It is really, really great reality TV. And the second season is just as good as the first, to be honest. So let me know if you give that a watch because it's great. But anywho, that is all I have for you for my recent favorites. And the next vlog, I'm actually preparing for my best friend, Allison, who you may have seen in vlogs past. And her mom and her aunt are coming to visit me here in Bristol, and then we're heading to London. So I've got some preparing to do next week around the house and putting some goodies together for them. So stay tuned for that vlog next week. Until then.